Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full moon to new moon in May 2022. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, believe it or not. Link in the description box, and creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. I'm having so much fun with that thing. I hope you are too. But in case you are new to the channel, let's get down to business. A 7-card draw is 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from full to new. And let's look at that 2-week period, shall we? Full moon in Scorpio, Monday, May 15th, 12:13 a.m. Now, that's Eastern time. I'm in New York. So I usually, with something like that, I do 11:30 p.m. into 12:30. That really is the witching hour because it's half in each day. It's walking right on the edge. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But then we are looking at the waning, right? The letting go, the releasing, the purging, the surrendering, the shadow work, the spiritual alchemy, the call it what you want. Surrender Dorothy to the new moon in Gemini on Monday, May 30th, 7:30 a.m. So you can really nail the cleaning out for that. It's a new moon on Monday. I mean, Simon Le Bon, white courtesy telephone. I'm up for it. And I will be up for that. I will probably be up at 7:30 a.m. to do a little something. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs, if you have access to the information, can show you different timelines of things that you'll be dealing with, because we all got more than one ball in the air, so to speak. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I've been trained my entire life to do at this point in my career. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. From explanation to divination, still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, the higher selves of all involved, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, using the Caroline Base archetype deck, 1 card in clarity, the 8th chakra, soul archetype, soul power being developed, hovering over the head of the Gemini Collective. That was an interesting card. Let's see if that one comes back around. The Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and or Groz watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, hovering over their head, affecting every other chakra, what they attract, what they repel, and pointing to the shadow work this full to new May 2022. Shapeshifter. Oh, very Gemini, very Hermes, Mercury, Viberino there. Oh, Mercury's retrograde as of the time of this recording. Yay. May 10th, right? Something crazy like that. I don't remember what today's date is because Mercury's retrograde. The Shapeshifter is a wild card family archetype. There are 9 different families. The wild card is... it is just that. It is just that. It's not the Island of Misfit archetypes. It's the ones that just don't fit in, and I kind of dig. That's my favorite family. You never know how it's going to show up in physical form, so it's open to a bit more interpretation as a wild card would be. The shadow attribute indicates the shadow work. The light is what you're shooting for, and there's a hidden blessing in this light, in the light, from what is shadow to light, pain to peace, lead to gold, right? Toxic to healthy. The last card down, the Blessed Bee deck, will illuminate a bit of what that hidden blessing is. So, the shadow. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. conservative in one room of the party, liberal in the next, and, you know, moving along. Just, you know, it's scheming is exactly what it is. And for Geminis, it can be very two-faced. Yeah, I've dated a bunch of you. Second date. Can I talk to the first one? Can I talk to the guy from the other one? Can I talk to the other twin? The first date one was lovely. Who the hell are you? I'm allowed. I think we're all allowed to have one zodiacal bias in our lives. We'll get over it and probably come back as it. The light attribute you're shooting for. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. That's huge. That's huge. Ability to see the potential in everything. So that's like meeting people where they're at, a little bit different than pretending to be something that you're not, right? And it's a percentage of lead and gold. This is over your head, the 8th chakra, beaming down this program into all of the other chakras beneath it. Then you can really look at the archetype of the shapeshifter as a wild card that you can play with and be honorable as a result. So let's look at the next 4 chakras down. Heart, throat, third eye, crown. The personal level of power, your emotional power, your willpower, your mental power, your spiritual power, and your feminine energy, your internal energy, your yin dynamic. And we're going to see what that looks like as a result of that shapeshifter over your head. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Gemini, it's got serious. Powers of the East, please, one card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and or cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, make it specific. What's going on, heart, throat, third eye, crown here? Usually where the shadow work goes down, heart, throat, third eye, crown, we got to at least choose it, throat chakra. So what do they need to be aware of here? Inside of themselves, the world behind their eyes, their goddess, feminine energy, the Scorpio card. The Crone of Cups, Hecate, which would be the Queen of Cups in Rider-Waite or thereabouts. You know, there's many, one theme, billions of variations. Fixed water. This is 8th house dynamic. This is going deep. This is feeling deep, but maybe not revealing it so much. When it's a court card in heart, throat, third eye, crown, yeah, there may be people externally mirroring that, or maybe even people triggering it. We'll see. That's the next card, the Mythic Tarot. We'll get there. But this is certainly a deeper transformation. I mean, 8th house is ruled by Pluto, Scorpio, that whole vibe. So this can also be very deep intuition, but it's maybe something you're feeling, but you're not necessarily communicating. Again, with that shapeshifter, well, if you want to go there as well, in terms of shadow work, navigating levels of consciousness, understanding that there's the ego consciousness, the personality consciousness, the soul's consciousness, and the higher self's consciousness, just as an example, you know, divvy it up however you like, right? So to navigate that, there's always a higher truth. There's always a higher truth, no matter what, just when you're at the top of the mountain, you're at the foothills of the next. It's just how it works. That's unity consciousness for you. But let's keep going with that, because that's Hecate. She's one of my goddesses. She has been my whole life. The goddess of witches, right? Queen of the crossroads, I call her. And usually there is a decision when it comes to Hecate at the crossroads. Let's see the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy. Outside looking in at you. You on the inside looking out at maybe someone here. It's a general read. Obviously, we got to kind of roll with that. But the lower 3 chakra dynamics here, root chakra is groups and tribes and circles of people, and 3 or more. Second chakra is your relationship one-on-one to another person or thing, like money. You have a second chakra. Sex, creativity, which is, you know, money, sex, and power, other people's resources. 8th house, also a house of mysticism, mysteries and secrets. So then you've got your relationship with yourself and the solar plexus, right? Your self-esteem, your survival intuition. Breathe. Still point. Yeah, this has got an edge to it, this reading, as I call upon, here we go, my God's Ver, the sign of Gemini, powers of the East. Please, one mythic tarot, lower 3 chakra dynamic, inside out, outside in. What's going on? What do they need to be aware of in the masculine energy here? Shapeshifter in the 8th, Hecate on the inner. What's going on the outer for them? This full to new May 2022. Please leave the card in my hand, my beloved. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it's time. It's definitely time. I mean, major arcana in the lower 3 chakras means this really is an external experience. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, we're handed fate, but it's up to us to alchemize it into destiny. Shadow work is a means through which to do that on the hero's journey, right? The hero has to go into the underworld in some way, shape, or form. Not always so very literal, but here we have an underworld goddess. Right, we really do, because she's got her own little section of the underworld. And by the way, it's lovely this time of Hades. The underworld is lovely this time of year, because everybody's up here. It's sort of like being in a ski resort in the middle of summer and a beach resort in the middle of winter. So look, the fates have woven something here. It is time. There's a divine timing aspect to this. You probably do have to negotiate different levels of power, but also the other part of this, ability to see the potential in everything. Like, think about that, right? Feel about that, even though, you know, we're talking to an air sign here. I would say certainly if you have any planets in Scorpio, I would look at that. Whatever it is, just, you know, check the transits, check the weather, see what's going on there. And as far as the chakra spread here goes, you know, 8th, heart, third eye, crown, and the lower 3 root, sacrum, solar plexus, we're looking at something fated, F-A-T-E-D here. But you're going to have to navigate that. You're going to have to see this in many, many different ways, from hopefully higher, more intuitive, spiritual perspective, one would think. All right, we're going to get you a healing mantra from the Mac Con Healing Mantra deck to help you with the shadow work. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this could be about anything, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and or cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, what is the perfect healing mantra? Make it specific, make it clear, and a mind tool, a healing tool for the Gemini collective to help them alchemize this shapeshifter with Hecate, Scorpio, 8th house energy on the inner, the Wheel of Fortune, that the wheel is turning. This is something that was written into this life, this timeline for them before they ever even incarnated. So what do you got for them? The perfect healing mantra, this full to new, May 2022. Being very picky today, and I'm okay with it. It's Gemini. Oh, right. There we go, of course. One for each twin. No, seriously. Well, and it's their new moon from this Scorpio full to a Gemini new. What's their mantra for May 2022? Opening my mind, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. All right. There's the air element that makes this click a little bit. So your ability to see the potential in everything is probably a bit more third eye here, and yet your third eye is doing a bit of a deep dive, and it's time for it to do so. And if we're looking at transformation here, allowing yourself to see beyond your beliefs and ideas is just key to that. Like, for instance, if you believe in life after love, if you believe, you know, that, you made horrible mistakes in your life, and, you know, the soul doesn't see it that way. It just doesn't. There is a plan to all of this. It's all about the soul's growth, not the ego getting its way all the time. So let me read this to you. I think this will be very, very powerful for you, particularly if you are dealing with very intense transformative emotions transforming, shadow work. Then certainly this will help. I could only think this would really help. One of 3 book readings because these authors are better and I can't remember every single word. Opening my mind. I allow myself, see, that's the key there. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you are no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. All right? So, okay, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm willing to see what this healing journey is that I'm on here, particularly with that Scorpio there. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. And that's unity for you. See, that's the mysticism part. If you are a mystic, if you're like praying and meditating and light working and star seeding and, you know, all of that, then absolutely you're navigating levels of consciousness, including unity consciousness, where you understand that your own personal healing holographically heals everybody else instantly. Now look, all at once? Obviously not. It's a process. This conditioning took thousands and thousands of years being passed down to get to where it is, but we're unraveling it. PDQ. All right, open your mind, really. Don't crack up, bend your brain, see both sides, throw off your mental chains. Woo-hoo-hoo. As your mind opens, life is not just centered on your personal gains and losses, right? Because that's what we're taught. It's all about what you can get and don't lose anything, right? Good luck. But shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. So that's where it is, shining your light, being authentic, being truthful. And sometimes shining your light is just owning up even to yourself. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. There is a transformation going on in my life. It seems to have been unavoidable as fate, but I can take the hero's journey on this, see it from a higher perspective, open my mind, and transmute, it's a good word for it, fate into destiny. Transform, transmute, alchemize, shadow work, call it what you want. This mantra is ideal for the ending the inner negotiation with the ego. Yeah, but that's not safe. We might lose something. Yeah, but it's going down anyway, right? Tricky. Unraveling self-sabotage and confronting the inevitability of loss. And of course, in transformation from lead to gold, lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. So they have to be metaphorically, symbolically burned off, because no one's able to actually do it. Otherwise, if literal lead to gold alchemy was going down, I think the world would be drastically in trouble. So money, sex, and power 2 there on the table with that Scorpio card. Hecate just staring at me. Let's get you a lover's whispers of love oracle. The voices of the higher selves of all involved. There's probably other people involved in this, but if not, if this is just a solo venture, then this is from the higher self collective, just for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. It's a good one. That's how we call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Andor cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. The whisper of love to help them alchemize this shapeshifter. Transformative Scorpio on the inner, Wheel of Fortune on the outer, opening their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas. What have you got for them? What do you think they should do? This full to new May 2022. Practice compassion. Ready? see things from a different perspective. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. There's some emotional baggage here with that, Scorpio, but it's time. It's time to lighten that up. It's time to move through that. I mean, that's what waning moons are for. And I mean, it's not like it can't happen during a waxing moon, right? Or you can't manifest something during a waning moon. It's just to work with the lunar tides, I find a little bit easier to go with the flow rather than against. That's why on Patreon, every morning, cup of coffee, bathrobe, my hair, doing what it's doing to talk about the lunar astrology of the day. All of my subscribers across the levels of subscription get that, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. And I'm uncensored. So if you're going to do some shadow work, you're going to take the hero's journey, the divine animals oracle, know what spirit animals and totems are with you. There's a difference between spirit animals and totems, but we'll save that conversation for another day. Please take a nice deep breath. It's sort of my favorite one. Still point. As I call it, chill in my spine. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and or cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, offering them the protection, the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, and power, that they may alchemize this shapeshifter, Hecate, Scorpio, Crone of Cups, Queen of Cups, on the inner wheel of fortune, destiny, in divine timing, written, scripted, up to them to alchemize the fate into destiny, suffer their fate or manifest their destiny, the choice is theirs, and opening their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas so that they can practice compassion and see things from a different perspective. What do you got? My beloved pantheons of spirit animals and divines for the Gemini. This full to new May 2022. You got a Marvel superhero. Which one? Wolverine. Oh, he's got a huge Ackman. Oh, that Ackman. It's so huge. The Wolverine. I left my magnifying glass over on where I broadcast from the laptop on the couch every morning. So I'm going to squint. I hope you don't mind. I am nearsighted, but as you get older, you find yourself doing a lot of this. You believe I'm 50? I'm going to be 54 years old. Yeah, I don't look at things. I can't take myself that seriously. Shall we? Wolverine. Snicked. Fierceness. Work! Gemini fierceness. Here we go. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. Okay? Be careful. Right? A little skulking going on. You can be fierce, but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. All right, so a fierceness here. Yeah, I will say Scorpio is pretty fierce. And your ability to open your mind to be fierce but not angry. And shapeshifter, that's going to take some shifting of levels of consciousness. Like, for instance, the voice of the pain body. Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. The collective pain body, your personal pain body. The masculine pain body, the feminine pain body. The racial pain bodies, right? The zodiacal pain bodies, right? Gemini pain body, right? That it's going to take some fierceness to do this, but loyalty is key. And loyalty is solar plexus, particularly loyalty to your truth, to your boundaries, and those shift and evolve as you grow. The magic. Wolverine magic is to be utilized when you need real will and determination. When you are against the odds, it's an odd way to say it, when you are against the odds and you need a bit of healthy fierceness to get things done, call on this animal's energy. Also, if you wish to have an energy witness to keep a vow or a secret safely for you, Wolverine would be a great choice. Now, the thing about the secrets and the vows, though, I gotta say, it goes right back to Scorpio here. We are in Beltane tide. Beltane is the sacred marriage every year. It's connected to the heart chakra. Fourth Sabbath, fourth chakra. Read my book, Words of Grace. It's all in there. Well, to make marriage vows to your own heart, to your own soul, right? But fierceness, a fierce heart then here, right? This feels like a very unique person, whoever this reading is, and yet to temper that with compassion. That's why I don't feel like you are on full blast here. I think you are trying to see this from different perspectives and levels of consciousness, and that's what spiritual awakening is about. Our ancient ancestors, there's a different, well, they thought they had a soul. We are souls, all right? There's a jump. There's a big jump there. We are all one, no matter, you know, melanin or anything like that. There's only one soul, ultimately. Thank you, Bob Marley. One heart. Let's keep going. Last card down. As I said, there's a hidden blessing here. The Blessed Be. The Mystical Celtic Blessing Cards to Enrich and Empower by Lucy Cavendish, who's I love her work. I love her work. But we do these for real. So, look, I'm aware of what's going on planet Earth at the time of this recording. This is not a timeless read. Roe versus Wade and the war and just crazy going on the planet. I'm going to tell you, this is your opportunity to help heal the world. And so I try and keep these light. But whatever this hidden blessing is, particularly with the Shapeshifter as a wild card archetype, it can manifest physically in any sort of different way. Then we're going to do this blessing for real, because we always do. But the opening the mind for a Gemini, if any sign is good at that, it's Gemini, right? Mutable air, changeable air. Aquarians, not so much. Libras will take them a while, but Geminis can usually like cross that T and dot that I pretty quickly. And it's Mercury retrograde at the time of this recording. See beyond your beliefs and ideas, which is really what retrograde, really what it's for. Shall we? Enough talk. Breathe. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the pantheon of all pantheons, all lineages, traditions, and cultures, please, one card in clarity for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and or cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing here? Waiting for them, already present, but just hidden, the gold hidden in the lead. That if they can embrace their skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness with an ability to see potential in everything, with this deep dive going on in the Scorpio vibe there on the inside, transformation, other people's resources, money, sex, and power, mysticism, deep emotion there. The Wheel of Fortune on the outside, they're probably feeling that Wheel of Fortune on the outside with that Hecate on the inside, that the wheel is a-turning and it's a divine timing thing. It's time to open their mind and at least begin to allow themselves a little bit every day in a waning moon to see beyond their beliefs, ideas, and their beliefs and ideas, and also then to practice compassion that for themselves, that you know, when we are children, we have childlike and childish thoughts. We grow, and there's always a higher truth. There's always a higher truth. And for them to call upon that Wolverine fierceness, to really get that they have the strength and the will to do this, but also there's some secrets and some vows going on here as well that need to be taken into consideration. All that en toto, all of that together. What is the hidden blessing for the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this full to new May 2022? I know, it takes a while. Have a chocodial. A blessing on a friendship. So there is some kind of soul contract vibe arena here. All right. A blessing on a friendship. Let's see what that is about. Card number 14. the type isn't as small. It's a little bit bigger. The Divine Animals Oracle, and you look like a microscope. So teeny tiny, itty bitty little nano font. Sounds like a tiny elephant. A really, really teeny tiny elephant. A nano font. We do these for real. No more joking. May it be a blessing. Please take a nice deep breath. And we'll do a little summation and we'll chat. Still point. Here we go. Card number 14, a blessing on a friendship. A blessing for a friendship where your best self is given permission to emerge and grow, and where mutual love is shared in good times and in bad. May your friendships be blessed with laughter, but never at the expense of the dignity of one of you. May your friendship be a delight as you both, be a delight to you both, a time of warmth and sharing, give and take, small offerings of what you have sent back and forth between you. May you be kind to each other and honor too. May you have the truth. May you have the trust that the friendship needs to speak of things of the soul, and may there be loyalty one to the other, without chains or obedience, but freely given. May there be affinities of the spirit, differences to exalt in. And if harsh thoughts or words enter in and blight the path of your companionship, may you pick them up as a stone in the road and move them out of your way. May there be closeness, but a bright and blessed space between you two. May you support each other's soul endeavors. May you breathe life to the fire of each other's dreams. And may there be moments of shared rapture with the simple things. The song you love most. The glory of dawn. The offering of meals. The breaking of bread. The warm circle of the arms of a friend which holds you while the world about you or within you is falling down. Let there be mutual care, and may your friendship endure amidst the inconsistencies of the world. Let your friendship have its seasons, but let it turn. On and on, ever-changing shapeshifter, ever returning to the place where you find love for each other and greater love of self for knowing one another. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. Blessed be, gems. It feels like you're going to get some support in this shadow work, or this shadow work brings out support, but it feels like you have a fierce friend here that might help you with this. It's going to help you see this differently. That's a total take on it. But I really think the key there, opening the mind with practicing compassion, with navigating levels of consciousness, I mean, really, there it is. So did you like it? Find it helpful? Like it? Hope the Geminis find it. And if you want more of me, I don't know, subscribe. You're a Gemini. Think about it a lot and do it anyway. And if you want to come play, if you want to go deep, if you really want the challenge, come play Patreon on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawing the circle. I am, after all, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Oh my God. Thank you so much for watching. You want to book me for a private reading? There's a video in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything for you, just like Clarissa. I love you, my gems. Third housers, have at it. Mutable air, hail your new moon. Farewell, and blessed, blessed be.